Up. All right. Bring as the palms are together, and that middle joint of your thumb is pressing against the sternum. That middle joint of your thumb is pressing against the sternum, which is about between the fifth and sixth rib. And you're giving a little bit of pressure. We'll tune in with that. First, take a deep inhale and exhale. And inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath for a moment, and then relax your hands down. This meditation we'll do is called Satanama Kriya, to balance the five tattvas: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So it's just like Kirtan Kriya, which I would bet everybody knows. The mantra is Satanama, and we'll touch the thumb to each fingertip, and the wrists are on the knees. So the wrists are on the knees. We'll start with Gyan Mudra. The eyes are looking down at the tip of the nose. And the way we do this, the mantra is silent. And you'll inhale and exhale through your rounded lips. It's not a whistle, it's just your mouth is open and the lips are rounded, and you'll inhale and exhale through the rounded lips. And when you do that, you should listen, or hear rather, the hissing of the breath. All right, I hope I made that clear. The wrists are on the knees. Oh, and have a nice, gentle neck lock. I'll just start it out loud, and then you'll be doing it silently, inhaling, and it's pretty much the one cycle of the mantra is on the breath, inhale, and one cycle of the mantra is on the breath, exhale. All right, so, and we'll do it for 11 minutes. All right, so set yourself, take a deep inhale, exhale, and let's begin. Satanama. Satana. Breathe through the open lips. And continue. Go deep. Please make a nice neck lock. You're sliding your chin back towards your throat, but not down. Arms are gently straight. All right, your arms are straight. Hear the hissing of the breath on the inhale and the exhale. O shape of your lips. Not a whistle, not a pucker, but an O. Inhaling and exhaling through the open lips, the rounded lips. Not a pucker, not a whistle. Eyes are at the tip of the nose. Silently chanting, mentally sa, ta, na, ma, and touching the thumb to all the fingers like Kirtan Kriya. Keep up. If you're just coming in, open your screens. You're inhaling and exhaling through the rounded lips, silently chanting sa, ta, na, ma, and moving the fingers like Kirtan Kriya, thumb touching each finger. Wrists on your knee, elbows straight. Eyes to the tip of your nose. You're not whistling, and you're hearing the breath, the hiss of the breath. like Kirtan Kriya, except you're breathing through the open, rounded lips, inhaling and exhaling, and silently, mentally chanting the mantra, listening to the hiss of the breath on the inhale and exhale. Last bit. Now please hold the position. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Take your thumb and place it at the base of the little finger and make a fist and squeeze your thumb. And tighten your whole body. Suspend the breath. Hold the position. Cannon breath out. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Thumb is inside the fist. Make a fist. Squeeze the thumb. Tighten your whole body. Lock everything. Cannon breath. One more time. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Squeeze the thumb, tighten your body, gather your whole energy, everything you have, squeeze tight from the toes to the top of your head, and powerfully cannon breath. And relax for a moment and just be still. Just be still. Feel how you feel, not how you think you're supposed to feel. That's Satanama Kriya, to balance the tattvas, the five tattvas, to create balance. When the tattvas are balanced, you are balanced. I remember in the early 70s, we learned Kirtan Kriya. So the Panjashabad, the sounds, Satanama, have been around 50 years from 3HO. Satnam, everybody, and just relax. And I'll hand it over to the organizers.
Satnam, thank you, Shiva. Thank you. Well, everyone, thank you for coming. The invitation for today is that we as teachers can share about how to make Kundalini Yoga accessible for more people in these days, and to exchange from our different experiences, our skills, the challenges that we have learned from, and opportunities, maybe different skills that you have, and from that capacity or perspective you can share with others. So the intention is to exchange, and that we can also uplift each other through that exchanging from our personal experience. And I don't know if you already, some of you maybe already know each other, have met before. The intention in this first part is that you can get a little bit, get to know each other. So we are using some of the features of Zoom to create breakout rooms just for a little checking, so you can know where the people in this room is located geographically. Maybe you have close to you a new neighbor that you didn't know about, so you have someone around you or close to you, so you can hang out. So that's the first part of this invitation, that you can share what's your name, where are you located right now, are you currently teaching Kundalini Yoga online or in person, or maybe you are not teaching right now. How is your experience as a Kundalini Yoga teacher wherever you are located right now? So that's the first part of the invitation. You will be able to share in your own language. Here you have, that's part of the intention of these regional gatherings, that you can share with people where maybe you have close culture background, language facilities, and then maybe we can gather in a global gathering where you can also have the chance to exchange with teachers from other regions. This regional gathering is also happening this week with teachers from Latin America, with teachers from Europe and Africa, with teachers from Asia and Oceania. So the same environment or container will be available for your colleagues around the globe. So if we are ready, I'm going to open the rooms, the breakout rooms. We will have about 10 minutes, so you will be able to share 3 minutes each. Please be aware, how do you want to use your time with your mates? The intention is that everyone can have the chance to present themselves and to speak a little bit. If you don't want to speak and you just want to listen, that's perfect. You can pass. Just let your colleagues know about that. Okay, do you feel ready to go? and share this first step. Wow, I see some smiling faces. How was that? How was that first sharing space? Welcome, Mantra Simrat.
It was
Sana,
great.
it's always amazing how much synchronicity there is in our community. You know, like too many buttons to push of how we're all on the same path.
Thank you for sharing. I see your hand, Elena. I'm going with you just in a second. Araceli, you wanted to share also?
Yes, I think this was great. I'm so happy that I'm connected with Kundalini people. I've been practicing and attending to solstice and different things. I'm glad I want to hear more about which is going to be the procedure to spread the Kundalini Yoga everywhere.
Thank you for sharing. David Raj Pretty Core, please.
Yeah, I must say, I'll be real. I didn't want to share in the beginning, but then something bigger than this, not wanting to share, rises up when you hear other people sharing. And even in sharing itself, in being sharing, something is born, some new ideas were born, and some ways of spreading and delivering and contributing and serving just showed up without thinking, just while sharing. And it's very it's brilliant. Yeah, I call it miracles. Thank you.
Waheguru, thank you for sharing that. So we have prepared for all of you a second part with the same theme, so you can keep a little bit, you can go a little bit deeper. The question now is, how is your current experience with your local community of teachers? Because we know during pandemic, we learn, maybe most of us learn how to use Zoom and many other tech tools to allow us to continue being in contact or teaching even, right? Through Zoom, through online classes. So in our curiosity as a team, we would like to know, how is your in-person experience coming back? So how is your current experience with your local community of teachers? What are the opportunities that you can find in being connected with them? If you could go with these groups and share about that, they are not right or wrong answers. This is about personal experience. So all that you could share from that personal experience is most welcome. And just a reminder, you all are the managers of the time in that room. So use it accordingly with the needs of the team of the group. Okay, I hope it is clear. How is your current experience with your local community of teachers? What are the opportunities that you can find in being connected with them? How much time we will have is a question that is in the chat. How was the 10 minutes previous time for you? It was good enough? Okay, so 10 minutes more for this second part. Thank you. So we think that it can be inspiring and uplifting if we could listen from different groups here in the main room or in this general place. So how was it? What did you realize about, if you could share here? Mary or Maria?
Maria, yes. Well, what I see is that we are all on the same page. Really, we are teachers. We are looking to teach the teachings, because we know how powerful it is, how much it helped us, how much it has the potential to help others. We all know how the times are getting more stressful for people, and we are looking, actually everybody is looking for a way, how can we work together That's how I perceive it. And I speak for myself, not for anybody else. How could we work together, also the organization, to share our marketing tools we have already gathered, or we are having ideas how we could market this technology. And I think we all are there on the same page, and we should really work together, collaborate. I have shared with my group that I have had that idea in 2019. I launched a platform which then did not go well because of the pandemic and the scandal and everything. But I still have that vision that the teachers work together on one platform, that when I get an email from 3HO or KRI about what's going on in the community, I get a full schedule from Monday to Sunday, what is available, who is teaching which class, and I don't have to search for days to find something, because that is also a complaint I heard from students. If they want to do, even if they want to do an online class, to find a schedule, because you have to go back and forth all over the places. Then you click on websites and they say live online classes, and then they only have videos. I mean, these are all issues I have found which could be easily solved if we work together, and especially if the organization who has the email marketing power and has many people on board, if we have a solid schedule, that would help. And I, as a teacher, I mean, I'm teaching, but I sometimes think, I would like to do a class with somebody else. And to find the class, until I find the class, I'm already like, I don't want to do that. And maybe other people have the same opinions or the same input.
Thank you for sharing, Maria. I go with your hand in a second, Shiva Singh. I just want to check with Siddhitapa, Khalsa, if you wanted to raise your hand and you couldn't, because just checking. Okay, no answers yet. Please, Shiva Singh. Thank you.
Satnam. So I'm just curious, the lady who just spoke, are you talking about local teachers, or are you talking about 3HO, a more global source of classes?
Well,
and are you talking about well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm asking.
Well, my grand vision was, of course, that the organizations work together and they put all their marketing power behind a schedule, and really make, like Amazon, the shopping so easy, make to find a Kundalini Yoga class with different teachers easy, and that will not only inspire potential students, it will also inspire us teachers to join online classes. Like, I live in Yuma, Arizona. I am the only Kundalini Yoga teacher here in town. Then this is a winter summer season community. So I'm only here in the winter. In the summer, it's one of the hottest places in the world. So I'm leaving and I'm traveling a lot. And we shared in our group. People have a personal life. I have grandchildren. I cannot commit to a full year schedule, like solid schedule. When you do marketing, you have to be consistent. You have to offer this on a consistent level, easy to find, easy to go through. And I was on a different platform before this meeting, which was similar, yoga with different yoga styles, and they did really everything very good, and they failed. Why did they fail? Those are questions we should ask ourselves. We have the advantage, in my personal opinion, after doing this for so many years and making so many mistakes, which I don't want that the whole community is repeating. I can only share with you that our big advantage, in my opinion, is that we are a niche like what they call in the marketing, you need to have a niche. We are certified, KRI certified Kundalini yoga teachers who offering online classes. And when you do a pay by click on Google in the advertising section, you could get 2,000 clicks, let's say 2,000 clicks, one for 15 cents for that topic. And that is not a bad come out, because yoga, the other yoga communities or yoga businesses, they have way more competition than we have. And there are also Kundalini yoga, is a lot of Kundalini yoga out there without KRI certified. So we are something really special, and there is a demand, but we have to put it together. And I can only, from my experience, also with the other platforms, it is, it takes skills, and we have to go through with this. And discipline, determination, the whole what we learned in our practice,
Thank you. Thank you for your question, Shuasing, and for your comment. Yeah, to go a little bit deeper, Maria. So I'm wondering if there is anyone else maybe living in a different region of the States that would like to share also from your experience with your local community of teachers. Something that maybe received light during the conversation with your colleagues.
So my name is Jyoti. I live in Montreal, near Gatineau, Ottawa, and I'm a French Kundalini yoga teacher. And it's very rare to find some French Kundalini yoga teacher in Quebec. It's very rare. So that's why even if it's in English, I like to be connected with my community. And since the pandemic, I was saying to Harry Carr that I feel lonely. I teach a lot, I give a lot to students, but it's difficult for me now to receive because I don't find any Kundalini yoga teacher. I have Devendra Kaur, she lives in Ottawa. She has a very nice studio. But like I teach so much, so I don't have time to go to see her. So now I'm happy that I met Harry Carr, and then she decided to be my mentor. I need to be mentoring because I'm new in Kundalini Yoga. I have my certificate since 2016. And since then, since the pandemic, I decided to go on Zoom and do some workshop. And the business is going very well because, I have a sales background. And I'm not hustling people, but I'm in their face, because if I'm not there, they won't come. They postpone. And I was talking to the vendor, and when I have some workshop, it's always last minute. Always last minute. You think that you will cancel your workshop, and 2 days after you receive like 5 inscription, and the people there, and they come. And I find it a lot of new people, every class. I need to begin and say the history of Kundalini Yoga because I have a lot of new people coming over. But I feel that, and the place that I am right now is the right place to be with the Kundalini. I feel strong. I feel that this is a nice discipline for mental, and it's a nice discipline also for your art. So it's amazing how this, I call that a big train. This train is very fast, and you have a result rapidly. So yes, to be all together tonight, to have a commitment with our practice, and our own practice will make the Kundalini Yoga more and more popular. And so just keep on going and have maybe more French people. I'm happy to be maybe leading something in French with a Kundalini Yoga teacher or international Kundalini. So if you have something in New Mexico for French people, it's a lot of French community out there. but is not too much representative. So yeah. So thank you to be there and give us the chance to talk to each other. Satnam.
Satnam, thank you. It cannot be possible if you are not here. So thank you for coming. And Narayan Jotkar and Shiva Singh, please.
Hi, thank you so much. I wanted to, some of your comments were reminding me, in some of our discussions, this idea came up about, beginners who are coming to these classes. One of the things that I've been trying to do is to create some experiences that incorporate Kundalini Yoga, but the purpose of it is Kundalini Yoga in service of, supporting your vocal technique or your creative practice and getting into a creative mind space and that sort of thing. So, because I'm also a musician, and it's a nice way of kind of bringing together my loves. But what I find is that then I get some people coming and they're brand new to it. So I have to like kind of distill some essential quick, like, okay, Kundalini Yoga for beginners kind of thing. And it made me wonder, as I'm developing more of these courses in the future and experiences, does IKTA have any kind of cheat sheets for beginners for teaching, like identifying, okay, these are some of the foundational things that by the time you get to a more intermediate or advanced class, people will just say, oh, ego eradicator, and everybody knows what to do. Or, things like that, where if we were having to put together sort of help us remind ourselves, because I've been doing this long enough that I forget until I get in front of people and they're looking at me like, what on earth are we doing? And then I also, related to that, is just part of the reason that I wanted to come to be part of this group, is to hear if other people have any thoughts about how they communicate about Kundalini Yoga to people who are not familiar with it, what it is and what it isn't. Because when I say yoga, people think sun salutations, working out in the gym. And I'm like, oh, no, this is like some of the highest level personal and leadership development that I have been exposed to. And I just taught a workshop 2 days ago, and a gentleman sat through it and at the end told me, I've been through like military boot camp and it was nothing compared to some of the stuff that you just led us through. So I'm like, okay, that puts things in perspective. And I'm curious if there's other language that people have used that's been really helpful for them. Thank you.
Thank you. And answering your question, as far as I know, we as IKTA, we don't have that type of resources, but we know that is a very good idea. We also received that proposition or recommendation from another teacher, so it's really something to work on. And I read from the chat that Harikar said that Shakta designed a lot of curriculum and things for IKTA, so maybe we can, instead of create the wheel, we can go and search what is already there and share with the rest of the teachers. Shiva Singh, please.
That was amazing. The concepts you were talking about. I have two things I wanted to ask about. Is one of the things that the lady Maria was talking about was this idea that I call it IKYTA, possibly come up with online. I would love to send all my class schedule online and hybrid to a source, IKYTA perhaps, and everyone else, and then you can click Tuesday, have have, 35 classes that are available all over the world. But the other thing that I really wanted to talk about, and that was amazing what you were talking about, is one of the things that we realized after many decades is that the work that we do is not just teach Kundalini Yoga, but it's about developing community and about applying the teachings of Kundalini Yoga and lifestyle in different places, in different environments, to different communities. And that when Yogi Ji originally told us that we couldn't change the teachings, I don't really believe that. I believe that he was being realistic, that we didn't know anything. We didn't really understand how these things worked. But after decades and decades, we've all learned more about, and we have access to, in the internet, for example, we could find out about a mudra and realize that this mudra has, even though it was in one of our goofy meditations, that we do, turns out it's been known for millennia as having that same function. So I guess my point is I agree with you, and is your name, I'm sorry, I can't really read it, it's too small, but you have a black shirt and a little white hat.
Narayan Jot.
Narayan Jot, thank you. I really feel that you've hit on the essence of the direction that we need to be going, is to we need to teach people not just a bunch of sets, which someone once said that's what she thought she was going to get when she did our teacher training, but she realized that she was learning how to teach. And I feel that that's a direction that we can go towards more than, because if you go to any other teacher training, they teach you how to do the postures, and they really emphasize that, for example. So we added that to our teacher training. We have a postures person who's really into the postures, and we feel, so for example, I guess my point is that it's time to really look at these incredible teachings that we have that can be applied in all different ways. For example, I've been teaching chair yoga to seniors, for 15 years, and it's amazing how it impacts these 85-year-old people have been coming to my class for like years, and they love this stuff, and they chant, and they the gong, and they do the whole thing. So my point is that I feel it's that we can expand beyond thinking about teaching a yoga class where people come with a mat and they thing. We have so many that we could use. I was going to suggest too, our website is spiritrisingyoga.org, and we have 300 pages of blog pages with all kinds of junk that is useful. spiritrisingyoga.org, and our blogs are like hundreds, literally. So I'm offering that as an opportunity if people want to look up things like how to do a particular practice, or how this applies, or why this works. For example, Kriya, it's not Venus lock. It's a different mudra, and this mudra in the traditional writings, it means that if you point it up, it gets rid of negativity. How cool is that? How cool is that these teachings that we have are really out there. I've been researching years, and it's all there, all these cool things that we have. Anyway, I'm not sure if I really gave anything to this conversation, but thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I just want to read a message that I just received, like a direct message. Would love if someone will share how to offer sessions online, hybrid model, preferably as far as the technology one needs to invest in. I have tried some options, but I had to return it. So this is about just well, what we have been listening, like transitioning from in-person to online, and now both experiences are available, both tools or opportunities are available, right? So Sujan Sarup, you
I
want
want to add on to, I don't have answers to that. I'm still exploring it myself. I want to add on to that question, how to share the music in a classroom and online at the same time simultaneously, and what people's experience has been with using the gong on the hybrid. I do have one offering, and that is on Zoom. There's a setting one should go to and set the original sound for musicians on, because then when we're chanting, tuning in particular, it holds the sound better from us projecting. But beyond that, I do not know how to offer music in a hybrid. I'm very keen to learn that.
Thank you for that question. I think it's a nice couple of questions that we could, for example, open to some of the teachers who are musicians and that have been, for example, serving in the Teacher's Prayer, which is a monthly global meditation where they teach and offer music, live music online. If you want to attend this Sunday, we have the January session for this event. Uruguay is the country who is leading this particular session. So, for example, from my particular side, what I can do is, for example, send an email to those musicians to hear from them, because they have experience on sharing the music live while they are teaching meditations. And we could create, for example, an article or a blog, a post to share through the IKTA newsletter. We are taking notes about all your ideas. So thank you. And I saw your hand, Asmina, and then I didn't see it anymore.
I put it down, but I will speak. So thank you for sharing my question, Hari Avtar Singh. So I had someone here in Vancouver, Canada, speak to me about their used equipment because they were upgrading, and it was about $1,000, and it was not something that I wanted to invest in at this time. So I was just looking to see if other people had used equipment that was more economical and what works, because what I have tried was not working. The other thing that I'd like to know is more if we can have sessions that also go more into the business side of things, meaning, how to do this, and also about what works better, like, payment processing things like PayPal or other things and websites. The other thing that I looked into a few years ago before COVID was to do with insurance. And in Canada, it was very difficult to find someone that was there was not too many people that wanted to share, or they were not insured. I don't know. I want to make sure that everything I do is with integrity, meaning to comply with requirements that the government has, and everything that I do somehow, covers me and covers the industry. So it would be nice to have these kind of meetings with other people where we can share with each other. And thank you.
Thank you very much. Shiva Singh, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I would like to add, I would be glad to send IKYTA a description of the settings on Zoom that work the best for hybrid classes. And also, for the lady who was just talking, there's a microphone called the Blue something, and it's only like $60. Are teaching. I'll try and figure out what the name is and send it. But it's very inexpensive, and it really works, and it actually almost makes the gong sound good online, almost. But it changed everything, but the settings are really important. I will send IKYTA the list of settings.
Thank you. Sujan Sarup.
Yeah, is it Shiva Singh, Satnam, good to see you. Is it a snowball? Because someone has recommended a snowball to me.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And it comes in multiple colors.
Do you know if that works from the standpoint of my playing music off of my computer onto a speaker in the studio and then it picks that up? Do you know?
What you mean if you play it on, if you're doing online, it works easy. It doesn't even go through the mic. It just goes through the computer. So if you're doing hybrid, then you need to have a speaker.
Okay. Okay.
Or
I think that answers.
If you're doing it through the computer will be fine. But no, for some reason the snowball doesn't pick up the computer music. So like if I'm talking to you with the snowball and I'm playing music on the computer, it doesn't come through the mic. I don't know why. But it comes through the computer. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And so I think you've answered my question. Thank you.
So thank you so much, everyone, for sharing these questions and answers. Maria, I see your hand. I just want to confirm with Jean-Paul, who is going to facilitate the next section. We have already 34 minutes left for the session today, and we really want to give the chance for you to share about what are the practical things that you are doing to make Kundalini Yoga accessible to everyone. I know that this conversation is just about that, including the technicality, right? So what if we can also continue with that after this conversation in this particular topic? We can continue connecting the dots. Jean-Paul, please.
Satnam, it's really great to see how our needs and how we can support each other. This is part of the power of belong to a Sangat. So this is really nice. And we want to invite you, all of you, to think of course everyone start to walk this path for different reasons. So we want to invite you to think a little bit, why do you decide to start this path? What inspired you to be a Kundalini Yoga teacher at the beginning? And what inspired you to being a Kundalini Yoga teacher now? So we will share with you a link through the chat. If you can click there, and please fill in with using just 3 words, and everyone will see the different reasons. We are looking here to know a little bit more about our community and the Simran, do you have it? Oh yeah. If all of you go there and click, it's very easy to use it. And it's a tool that we really like so much. And probably you can learn to use it too with your students and your classes or workshops. Simranjit, if you can share your screen, would be great. For everyone is different the reason, probably because you listened the call, because you was needing something, because for everyone is different. So it could be great to know from you. Everyone can open the link? Yeah, great. Simranjit, do you have it?
Yes, I will share. Just a second.
Look, these are the different questions that the different responses that we get from all of you. Because I want to learn, because love, community. Do you see? If you add more responses, you will see there elevation, because longing to belong. You know, the reasons why are too different between them. But all these reasons keep us together. And we want to continue working together, serving together, growing up together as community. Yeah. So as IKYTA, we know that you work serving your community, you work serving your students, and we want to serve you. Yeah. So part of the next question is, how are you making Kundalini Yoga accessible for people in your city? That will be great to know. Doesn't matter if you are trying to put more accessible schedule prices, if you are offering hybrid classes, whatever you are doing that could be inspirational for the rest of your colleagues. That could be great to learn from other people what they are doing and know how we can as IKYTA, we can support you on all that efforts. Yeah. So we will open the breakout rooms now. And yeah, if hurry up there, can you open it? Oh, can you open the breakout rooms, please? How long time we will have for this question? 10 minutes? No, it's not 10 minutes. Oh, because we take a little bit more time than we thought at the beginning. Yeah, we will have something like 12 minutes. That's okay? Okay. So enjoy it. Oh, Harikar, do you have a group?
No.
Oh,
She has. Welcome, Asmina. You're always the first one.
oh, you're muted. Satnam, welcome everyone back. If some of you wants to share with everyone, it would be great to hear how how you feel, what do you find inspire, and yeah, share with the rest of us could be great. Yeah, for sure, Harika. Yeah, go ahead.
One of the things that I found works really well now, and I was lucky enough to get in the group with the two passionate sharers. I felt so lucky with both Marie and Narayan Joe, and I was like really excited because at my stage, I've written to KRI in my surveys for this. I just turned 67, and I really want to share and be a mentor and be helpful to people who are teaching. So you know that that's what I want to offer, number one. So the second thing about in my community, I found out that cost is very important to people. And so I balance in New York, I have angels who pay a lot. And I request them to buy class passes, and I have the angels support those who cannot, who are challenged. And so there's always an opportunity for everyone. So cost has been a big deal. And the other thing I shared with them, that I was told that if you're of my age and you don't have somebody mentoring you who's under 40, then you're going to be in trouble. So I did find someone who's under 40, who's a Kundalini Yoga teacher, and she's lovely. And she's mentoring me and telling me what they need. I have always answered what people need instead of what I want to do. And that has always been a great success for me to this very day. I ask people, what do you want? And a bunch of people said, we want level 2. Which one? And I did it, and it filled. I didn't say, okay, I'm going to organize my life around what I need for the level 2s. And so I've been doing that for many years, and I think that really works. So this young woman just has given me so many ideas. And one of the things she said about these teachers that she hangs out with, these Kundalini Yoga, brand new teachers that she hangs out with, she said, we can't afford the level 2s. We want to be educated, and we aren't able to. And I said, whoa, well, let me think about this. And so these are also some teachers who have not taken KRI level 1s. They would like to, but they can't. So I'm working with them, and just hearing what people have to say is the best way, I think. And just my listening to them has made a great bridge to our hearts in the possibilities of what can happen between us all. And so it's connected me with the younger teachers, and it's given me an opportunity at my stage in life to share. And so it's been a wonderful time actually now. It's been a very positive time of connection. So I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you, Harika. So somebody else wants to share? Oh, yeah, go ahead, Sushan.
Satnam. So we had a interesting conversation. And I think it's important to recognize that this Ethernet that we're using actually expands community. Because I was part of KRI's level 1 training last year and had people all over the world. I've started some teaching different series, and I was really surprised at people showing up. And as I thought about it and actually listened to folks, there's a lot of people who don't want to come to a studio. They don't want to take the 40 minutes front end, back end or more to drive to studio and get parking and walk in and all that. And there's others who are not capable of doing so for various reasons. various health reasons. And when we're offering online, it gives them that capacity to connect. I'm interested in finding out more about how to properly conduct a hybrid class. So that way, those folks who are able to get into a studio, to have that connection, that direct connection, non-Ethernet connection, are able to do so, and yet still have a rich experience for those who are online. A rich experience specifically with effective sound, my music in particular. Satnam, thanks.
Satnam, thank you for sharing. So I think we are about on time. So if somebody else wants to share, this is a time. If not, we will pass to the next part. No? Great. So thank you to all of you who share. This is really valuable. This is the way that we learn from each other. And we really appreciate all your sharings. So Simranjit.
Yes, thank you everyone for your words and your presence and the connection that we created here together. And we know that the three of us that work for IKTA, Hariafta and me, now we have like almost 3 years ahead of some initiatives with communities. John Paul joined us a year ago, and it's been part of our strategy to really be more useful for everyone, and really try to diversify and also to make our service more inclusive. And this, for sure, it's really our concern to make all these teachings more accessible for everyone. For example, these initiatives of the regional gatherings, that's a kind of a bet in this sense. And I just would like to remind you all the resources that we have. We have all the archives that were also was mentioned here, the curriculum archives. We have teachings for teachers. We have like a coaching program that's really interesting topics for leadership, about leadership. And last year we ran 2 different programs about leadership and about the code of ethics, and how all these recordings, if you didn't attend it before, and also all the parts related to discounts, right? The insurance that was mentioned here too, training discounts for 21's meditation stages, the CARE-I level 2. We have super health programs. Also another school from New Mexico as it's part of our affiliate program on yoga and therapy, the Guru Ram Das Center for Immunology and Medicine. Anyway, so we have different opportunities. And also I'd like to remember that we have discounts for members for the summer solstice. We have $108 of discounts for this year of the event. So you can check in our pages. We have all the codes there, and just to keep in our field here together, and probably this is something that we can unfold for the future in the next gatherings. It's how valuable is it to have a national association, and we've been trying. Specifically when we have someone from United States in the IKTA staff to kind of a plan, and we reach out to different people with different yoga schools and yoga studios to really plan something for Canada and the United States. And we know that it's important to have their own national association, because IKTA, in our understanding, should serve the global communities and serve the national associations in general. So yeah, but this is something that we can unfold for the future in the future discussions. I would like to share a link. I'm going to, if you can save this link to about your experience in this session. It's a survey for our service, so we can have your evaluation. It's very valuable for us. We will send by email as well. If you cannot save it here, but I'm going to paste in the chat. And also, before we do the closing like chanting, we want to chant a little bit together. I just would like to emphasize and remember you about the teacher's prayer meditation, global meditation that will happen this Sunday, next Sunday. And Hariaptar can remember us the time also, please, and maybe you can share a little bit the link in the chat, please. Yeah, so you have it all. Go ahead.
There is all the information. You can click on the link, and so you can have the document with the invitation from the Uruguay Sangat, also the meditation that they invited us to practice, and the time in different time zones as well.
Good, thank you very much. So I would like to invite everyone so we can do some chanting, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so we can end this vibrating, everyone in the same place. So just let's put ourselves in meditative posture and close your eyes. Just like to offer the prayer for us as teachers, so we can connect with ourselves here in this space and beyond this space, and all the information, all the inspiration that was shared here today, that we can find a place in ourselves, in our hearts, so we can keep moving with there's sense and meaning and purpose for us, so we can expand ourselves and expand the teachings of the Kundalini Yoga in our regions, in our cities, and with the whole globe, with the whole world. So if you want to put your hands in your chest or whatever that will be like a comfortable posture for you, we will chant the Guru Ram Das chant and connect with this vibration. Inhale deeply. Exhale and bring your palms together in prayer pose. And inhale to chant the long time sun. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Please unmute yourselves and let's do one long satnam together. Inhale. Satnam Waheguru. Thank you very much. Much love, peace to all, love to all, light to all. See you. Thank you very much.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Shakta, we'll have to have a call.
Definitely. Definitely. Too much, too many memories.
Oh my God.
Really valuable.
We should just have a fireside chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, because I'm sure your memories are different from mine.
Yeah.